What if the rest you're waiting for never comes? What if there's no finish line where you finally get to stop? No morning where you wake up complete? You've been chasing that day your whole life. The day you're finally strong enough, disciplined enough, unshakable enough. That day is a myth, and the sooner you bury it, the sooner you actually start moving. Here's the truth nobody wants to hand you. The moment you feel proud of how far you've come is the moment you start slipping backward. While you're standing still admiring yourself, somebody else is putting in the rep that passes you. Comfort will always sound reasonable. It'll tell you that you've earned a break, that tomorrow is close enough. Don't believe it. The only day that has ever mattered is the one you're standing in right now. So why do most people quit? Not because they're incapable, because they negotiate. Just this once. That voice doesn't sound like an enemy. It sounds exactly like you, because it is you. Look in the mirror sometime. Not with pride, not with shame. Just study it the way you'd study an opponent. Ask yourself plainly, what part of me still needs to be rebuilt? Find the answer, deal with it, then ask again tomorrow. Real discipline isn't gritting your teeth through something you hate. That's just the beginning. Discipline becomes real the day it stops feeling like a decision, when showing up is just what you do. The world pays attention to results, but results are temporary. What stays is the process and the person you had to become to produce it. Ask yourself this, when your body is screaming to stop, who's actually in charge? You or the part of you chasing comfort? Your body will always tell the truth. I'm tired. Your mind is the one that lies and calls it mercy. That negotiation happens every day. Only one side of you gets to walk away stronger. People love the scars. They never see the mornings that made them, the ones nobody filmed. The quiet choice to keep going when stopping would have been so much easier, and nobody would have known the difference. That's where it's actually built, not in the highlight, in the repeat. If your honest answer for why you keep going is motivation, that's a problem. Motivation leaves the second things get uncomfortable. Purpose doesn't. Your biggest threat isn't failure, it's satisfaction. The instant you think you've got yourself figured out is the instant you stop noticing the cracks still forming underneath. You don't get dangerous by beating everyone around you. You get dangerous the day excuses stop having a vote in your decisions, when fear becomes background noise, when being alone stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like clarity. Solitude is a mirror. It shows you every weakness you've been drowning out with noise. Look at it without flinching. Strength that's real doesn't need an audience. It waits, knowing preparation always beats potential when it finally counts. There's no finish line here. That's not a flaw in the plan. That's the plan. So tomorrow, when comfort comes asking, answer with movement. When excuses come knocking, answer with discipline. Everyone's out here hunting for a shortcut nobody else has found. There isn't one. There's only the work you've been putting off. Stop comparing yourself to people who were gifted something you weren't. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. That's the only scoreboard that matters. Your biggest limitation was never your body. It's how tightly you hold on to who you already are. Real growth means letting that identity go and building a sharper one over and over. That process isn't dramatic. It's boring. It's the same unremarkable decision, repeated so many times it becomes who you are. Some days your body will feel like concrete. That's not the universe telling you to stop. That's the invitation. Anyone can move when it's easy. Very few keep moving when everything in them is asking to quit. That's the actual dividing line. Pain stops being the enemy the moment you stop fighting it and start listening to it. You don't have to enjoy it. You just have to stop running from it. So next time you're standing in front of the mirror, skip the question, am I strong? Ask instead, did I earn today? If the answer's no, you're not finished. If it's yes, go earn tomorrow too. There will always be someone faster, stronger, sharper than you. Fine, let them be. Your job was never to be the best in the world. It's to be better than the person who used to stand in your shoes. The weights don't care about your mood. The clock doesn't care about your excuses. So why should you? Stop waiting to feel confident before you act. Confidence shows up after the action, never before it. Move first, believe later. One day, you'll look back at who you used to be, and you'll realize the real fight was never against anyone outside of you. It was always against the voice inside that wanted you to stop. Quiet that voice enough times, and eventually, it stops speaking altogether. What takes its place is steadier discipline, purpose, a kind of strength that stops feeling like effort and starts feeling like your pulse. Not because the road got softer, because you got harder to break. This was never about reaching some final version of yourself. It's about becoming someone who simply doesn't stop as long as there's another weakness to find, another lesson sitting in the wreckage, another limit worth testing. The work continues, one choice at a time. And when people ask why you keep going, give them the only honest answer there is, because standing still was never actually an option. So if you're waiting waiting for this to get easier, stop waiting. If you're waiting for the fear to leave first, stop waiting. If you're waiting to finally feel ready, you won't. Nobody who ever built something real felt ready first. They moved anyway, scared, tired, unsure, and did it again the next day. One day, your body will slow down. The winds will fade from memory. The world will move on to someone else's highlight reel. But the person you became through every hard morning, every ignored excuse, every decision to keep going when nobody was watching, that person is yours. Nobody can take that away. That's what strength actually is. So don't chase perfection. Don't chase applause. Don't even chase being the best. Chase the version of yourself that refuses to fold again and again and again. Because in the end, this was never about beating anyone else. It was about defeating the weakest part of yourself every single day for as long as you're breathing. The mountain doesn't shrink. You just become someone who keeps climbing anyway, without complaint, without needing to be convinced, without an ending. So go, not to prove it to anyone else, not for the applause. Go because there's still a version of you waiting on the other side of today's discomfort. And until you meet them, the work isn't finished. If any part of this called you out, that was the point. Hit subscribe because this channel is built for the version of you that refuses to quit. Comment one word. What are you choosing to conquer today?